and Investment Networks platform. Today, in our Women in Finance and Investment Spotlight series, we are in conversation with Gifty Annor-Sika. Gifty is a digital forex nomad who believes in changing the status quo by leveraging in experience, expertise, and her environment. She is the founder of Women in Forex Ghana and Advocacy, capacity building, mentorship, financial literacy, and trainings are her strongholds and business acumen. For our viewers, Women in Forex Ghana is the first registered Forex Analyst Association in Ghana and West Africa and has successfully trained and mentored over 500 youth through its National Forex Tour, conference, and boot camps over the past 3 years. Today, she has joined us on our WIFIN platform to share her journey as a woman in the finance and investment space, as well as to talk about women in Forex. Gifty, welcome to our platform, and thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Wonderful. Okay, so to our dear viewers, when we are speaking of Forex, that is foreign exchange market, we are looking at a global decentralized or over-the-counter market for trading in currency. This market determines foreign exchange rates for every currency, and it includes all aspects of buying, selling, and exchanging currencies at current or determined prices. Also, in terms of trading volume, Forex is by far the largest market in the world, followed by the credit market. Now, Gifty, please tell us about your organization, that is the Women in Forex in Ghana, and what pushed you to incorporate this organization. Tell us a little bit about your organization's mission and vision, you know.
All right. Thank you very much. Women in Forex Ghana is an association, or let me say, it's an organization with professional financial analysts and forex traders. We came together to sort of help and impact our community with a set skill, and then advocate and create the awareness about the forex market and the career opportunities it brings. The idea was to sort of align with the SDGs, that's the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations Development Program, in our bid to reduce poverty and unemployment in our part of the world, which is rising uncontrollably. So basically, our mission is to be delivering effective and more like efficient financial opportunities for the youth, especially women in our part of the world. As you just said earlier, this particular industry is mainly men dominated. So we are bringing ourselves together to have some sort of advocacy and campaign for our people to understand that it's not, majority of the time, people think forex trading is scam. In my part of the world, internet is not that visible. A lot of people don't take advantage of the e-commerce opportunities. So we are also, in general, trying to make people understand that there are lots of opportunities online, especially in the digital economy. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So will you please share with us, why do you think that the conversation around Forex is so crucial, especially like you're saying in Ghana and this part of the world? You know, let's talk about Africa. Why do you think this conversation around Forex is so special?
Thank you very much. So the the prominence of technology, creativity, and internet is forcing every economy at this point, be it a bigger economy or a smaller economy, onto the digital platform. You don't really have to be ready. We are all forced to be there because we are almost at the point, can't control how it's going at this point, right? So looking at, let me use the pandemic as an example. Looking at the pandemic, looking at the lockdowns, people are downsizing, people are losing their jobs. It's about time we dive into the digital economy, where you can basically be on your phone, in your room, and still be able to be effective and have more like financial sufficiency, because you have a skill that you don't need to go out, or you don't need to go to an office to actually do. You get what I'm saying? Yes. So at this point, I think the pandemic and the lockdown is an example, a clear example why we need this. Moving forward, cyber crime is on the high, it's on the rise in Africa and especially in my country. And we hope to sort of penetrate that sector to actually encourage the guys to be like, okay, now the reason why people are into cyber criminal activities is basically lack of employment and the need for money. And we still have the same opportunity online, which is legitimate. So why do you do this online when you can actually have a legitimate source of livelihood? So we are also trying to reduce cyber criminality in Africa, in my country, by making sure that the intense nature of the youth online and internet craze now in my country can be channeled positively into career opportunities, basically.
Wonderful. Now, let me ask you, ever since you started this journey with women in Forex, what have been the projects that you have worked on, and how did these projects create impact in the community?
All right. 2018 was the first study tour we did on Forex in Ghana, myself and my team. We had a nationwide tour just to survey and actually get the idea and how level-headed my country is in terms of the forex exchange market and financial literacy in general. So during the tour, we had over 500 people coming into our conferences and stuff like that. We were able to do a lot of trainings. We were able to do a lot of advocacies, and we were able to do across country 30 boot camps, training people about forex and teaching them the need for them to go there and do it diligently. You know, there are a lot of successful novices online that fall prey to these scams and fraudulent people just in the name of ignorance, right? So we basically did that, and were able to train over 500 people during that time, 2018 and 2019. We couldn't do much because of COVID situations in my country in 2020. And then within the span of 2 years, 3 years, most of the guys have been able to master the crafts. Now they have gone ahead to have their own forex brands. Wow. Some are doing a lot of, some have even been able to write forex books that are being used by universities such as Tanzania. One of my guys he is a nurse, but he loved the crafts. So he's been able to write a book on forex that is being used by the Tanzanian University at the financial department. So some of them are private fund managers. Others are trading for hedge funds and proprietary firms. Others are also in the impact sector, where they are also training other people to know the good deeds that the global market and financial market analysis brings. So basically, the impact has been very positive. Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing, and well done on that.
Thank you.
Gifty, speaking of yourself as a woman leader, in the finance and investment industry. What pushed you and kept you motivated to pursue this career in finance?
I will just use one word, crisis. I will say crisis. So personally, my mother was an educationist, so she was very bent on me doing the most when it comes to my education. My part of the world, majority of the time, women are not really encouraged, but my mother was bent on making me go through the educational system and very fast. So I was able to finish my master's in my early 20s, and I had chartered in my early 20s. Now, moving forward, I realized that my qualification was supposed to come with an experience. So I had a problem of overqualification.
Oh.
So you go for interviews, you qualify for the job, but they are looking out for 10-year experience. And I was in my 20s, so how was I going to be able to succumb to that? So I had that a lot of times, and I just decided to, be creative. So I started consulting, I started writing proposals, research writings and business plans for companies, and then I decided to dabble into global finance architecture, which was my favorite subject during my master's.
Wow.
So along the lines, I got some other friends that were interested. We became a team and we decided to master. So that is where it all started. I had to be creative and innovative in time of challenges to be able to manage in my part of the world. So I think challenges and crises are not that bad. They can actually make you step out of your comfort zone and be creative. Yeah. So basically that would be my story. I had unemployment situations. I wouldn't say unemployment situations, overqualification. At a point I was like, whoa, so is it indicated in my part of the world? Because I shouldn't even go about saying I have my first degree.
Yes.
So it was an emotional state that I couldn't fathom, but eventually, yeah, it came out very good. Yeah. So basically that would be my story.
Oh, yeah. That's incredible. I am very sure that there's a lot of women here in Ghana and most probably in West Africa that are really looking up to you and would be loving to hear your story. Okay, my other question to you, Gifty, is it is quite well known that mentors play a critical role in developments of many careers. Now, did you have a mentor? And if you did, then what exactly were you looking in that person?
I had a mentor, and in my immediate environment had a very impactful lesson on me. I had my mommy as a mentor. She was an educationist. She was very versatile, and she had a lot of other streams of income. She was, as a director of education, she had farms, she has other businesses. So I didn't have a choice than to follow suit. So even though I had other bigger corporate women like Oprah and other people that persisted, even though they were in times of crisis, she was my immediate go-to and inspiration. Yeah. Her diligence, her passion, and unyieldedness. She never allowed the African society and the stereotypes about women stop her. So I didn't have a choice than to just follow her footsteps. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so at Women in Finance and Investment Network, we strongly believe that women can be great achievers in this industry and any other industry that they belong. So allow me to ask you, how important is it to you, both personally and professionally, to amplify and broaden conversations around diversity and inclusion, as well as gender equality?
I am 100% for equality. especially in my part of the world where women are relegated to the background, the kitchen. You're not supposed to be too educated or else you won't have a husband. You're not supposed to be too educated or ambitious because you might end up not getting married. So I realized that no, we have to rewrite the narrative. We have to change the status quo. You can have it all as a woman. You can be whatever you want to be, plus the rest of what society brings. We are not supposed to make these stereotypes take dominant mandates. We are here on earth to impact. Women are beyond babies and marriage. At this point, I'm using my society as an example because just after your first degree, even after high school, the whole community is looking up for you to start having babies, and they forget that we are here to impact our society first. Having babies and getting married is more like biological, but anyways, there are lots of technologies now. People are having babies in their 50s and their 40s. That shouldn't stop a woman from going and above for her ambitions. When it comes to intellectual ambitions or intellectual abilities, there are no gender rules. We are all out there. I mean, biologically, you could actually, yes. So when it comes to intelligence, there's no gender. So we need to be able to advocate for equality with women, be it ambition or whatever they want to do. And it's supposed to be paramount at this point for some of us with our little platform, use our voices to sort of encourage our young women out there not to be too, how do I call it? Too feminine oriented, because at the point you realize that most of the ladies eventually go to school, but they are into the services industry. I had to do a lot of talks about how women are supposed to be in forex, because 1 out of 200 traders in Ghana is a woman, because they think it's for men. And it's so sad. And we already have the statistics with experts that 80 to 90% of forex traders are men, and they are losing because they don't like to go through process. Women are born to have emotions, and we are able to sustain our emotions better. And I think that's one major factor to win on the forex market, actually. Emotional intelligence, trading psychology. So we are already 50% in to succeed. So what is stopping us going into the market? So I'm trying to use this forex trading advocacy to make the women know that it is our time. We need to change our money game. We need to find out. I mean, in Africa, we don't have women being successful when it comes to financials. Most women are not financially sufficient. And it breeds a lot of abuses and other stuff. So at this point, if you're not going to be able to woman up and take your destiny into your hands, I mean, I don't think you are ready for the world at this point. We need our women to, for me, I don't think women equality at this point can be argued. But I'm in a society where there's a lot of, how do I say it? I don't really want to sound, I want to use the word that, yes, I don't want to be gender biased, but at this point, I need my women to know that we don't have a choice than to be financially sufficient. At this point. And then our ambitions should override our stereotypes. We should let the society go and pursue our dreams. Diligence and discipline will take us there, basically.
That is wonderful to hear from you. My last question to you, Gifty. What is the one piece of advice that you would want to give to the next generation of women? Those that are younger stage of their career, who are aspiring to be finance and investment professional. What would be your advice to them?
I would say that they should go for their dreams. It doesn't matter how long. Nobody is saying it's going to be easy. That shouldn't
Yes.
stop them. Biology shouldn't stop women
Be
going
unstoppable.
after their ambitions.
Yes.
Diligent, discipline. Sorry? Come
I
again?
said, be unstoppable.
Come again? Yes, so we should be open-minded. I mean,
Yes.
I have the saying that I always say that open-mindedness, open minds. We should be open to not fear what the future brings. And even if we fall, we will dust ourselves and try again.
Yes.
Everybody had to go through it. It's universal. You don't go straight. If there were a straight path, everybody will go through there. So you fall, you get up, and you move. Now, that is the only way you can go. With discipline and persistence, nothing stop you. Yeah, that would be my advice.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your inputs, Gifty. It has been a pleasure to have you on our platform. You are definitely one of the leading women in Ghana. And when we speak of foreign exchange market, or simply put, Forex, I am confident that your inputs today are going to touch many women out there and motivate them to aspire to such roles and pursue a career in Forex. So, Gifty, thank you. Thank you once again for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Oh, wonderful. And also
Bye-bye.
to our audience, thank you so much for waiting till the end. If you've enjoyed this video or you have any questions regarding this subject, please feel free to let us know by using the comment section at the bottom of the video. Until then, let's keep making it happen.